No.
Yeah.
This is the time of year when we're excited when there's different grays. Like it's like, oh, we had light gray clouds and then they got dark and then it got light again. So we're in there, everybody. We get it, believe me. Seasonal affective disorder in full effect, unfortunately. But things are going to change. They always do, don't they? Temperatures are going to be in the low 30s as we go through the night. So at this point, the temperature's not changing so much. And the cloud cover? Not changing either. It's going to stay cloudy for us, but let's go into the longer term, right? There will be some changes coming in the longer term forecast. In the meantime, we still have some pesky lake effect light snow coming down. Every now and then you get under a decent snow shower that could lay down a little bit of additional accumulation, but more likely than not, it's just kind of resembled drizzle, those little tiny misfired snowflakes that fly around. And yeah, it's all in the cloud cover. And all of our wind is just kind of lazy. There's no huge push in the atmosphere. So we're locked in this pattern that we're in right now. And you can see that our wind flow is coming in off of the lake. So there's just enough of a temperature variation that we get all this stirred up. And there's a whole lot of humidity hanging about in the lower part of the atmosphere too. It's called an inversion. There's heat just above us and that locks that cloud cover in and it's not moving anywhere anytime soon. As a matter of fact, there's a look at the radar and how things are kind of moving around. But I thought it would be fun to look at the variations in the clouds. I mean, come on, right? There's clouds and then you can see there's some clouds that have a little break every now and then. And as we go through the next couple of days, we'll start to grab onto more and more of those breaks. I can't help but think, you know, last week, the week before when we had the sun and everybody was like, the sun is so great. And we kept saying, grab onto it, hold on to it, because we don't always get the treat of the sun. And certainly this is when we like to open that box back up and think of the good old days. There is a storm system down to the south, though, and this storm system is actually going to impact areas well south of us, but we could kind of be on the tail end of it. Let me set the stage for you and how we're keeping an eye on the weekend. This storm system, as you see, stays south and it's going to go across Florida, not expected to impact the Super Bowl at this point. Then it begins to just kind of meander out into the ocean. At the same time, we get this coming south. This is a little trough, little storm system that will dip in, and there will be a response to that farther south. So there's the rain that you can see. Watch what happens Friday and as we get into the weekend, as this upper level system comes in, and then you can see we get this off the East Coast storm system firing up. What that does is just kind of lock us in with this. More clouds, more shower chances, but we're not going to get the direct impacts of a storm. So at least there's that. But unfortunately, we are still going to have to deal with the clouds. When could we see the sun? Well, let's look at your Universal Windows Direct forecast. We're still in the mid-30s here. We'll get some peaks tomorrow, but better chances for sun peaks on Thursday. We'll cloud back up through the day on Friday. And then there's that little rain snow chance as we get into the weekend. Not expecting accumulation. I don't think it's anything that's going to ruin any plans, so don't worry about it. But wait just a minute. What happens on Monday? 55.
What?
See?
And sun?
We can put up with some cloud cover because 6 days from now, we are expecting temperatures to get a big kick into the 50s. Granted, it'll be a little breezy, but I'll tell you what, that's going to feel really nice. Now, let's just hope that forecast holds.
Yeah, because people are already planning a sick day.
Yeah.
Right.
What?
All right.
Betsy.
Thank you, Betsy.